What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome back to the Divine Feminist by Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. I hope you all are having a lovely day. We are just going to go ahead and shake up our bin or container full of titles, channel titles, and see what messages Spirit wants us to pull on today. This is a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. If you want to take this moment to connect with the reading, you can go ahead and like, or if you are new to our Divine Feminist movement, go ahead and subscribe so that you can get all of the messages that come through. This one says, wow, they don't deserve to know this version of you. Now, our readings here on this channel are generally focused on you, but this one does involve someone else, and it's because this person, they just don't deserve to know this version of you. So we're going to work backwards from this and find out the tea, friends. I'll be back in just 1 second after I clean up this mess. Here we go. Okay, besties, I'm loving this title. It's kind of giving like watch me transform and then block you from the view energy, and I'm here for it. So let's just start off with finding out like what version of you did this person think they had access to? Okay, what version of you did this person think they had access to? What version of you? Okay, all right. Ooh, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Ten of Wands. Wow, this person with the High Priestess energy, listen, you are extremely powerful, intuitive. You have perhaps even some psychic abilities here, and you really lean into your intuition at all times. But with the Page of Wands here, I feel like you have no problem kind of seeing and recognizing signs and synchronicities. Again, you're really connected to the mysteries of life here, okay, and your spirituality. And so this person, interestingly enough, they felt that they could just kind of gain insight and wisdom from you whenever they felt like it, okay? I feel like this person was almost using you as like, I don't know, it feels like... It's an interesting thing. It's like maybe they were using you as like a therapist or somebody that they could get wisdom from, somebody to guide them. Now, it's an interesting thing here because we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Wands. This person did not recognize, okay, they did not recognize the need or the concept of equal give and take and reciprocity in relationships. I feel like this person really took advantage of your kindness, of your gifts, of your abilities. It's giving somebody who took an earth angel for granted kind of a vibe here. Again, they only ever really, I feel like they unloaded their stress on you with the Ten of Wands, and they would, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like, I don't know. I don't feel like you ever felt like you were getting anything in return from this person. Now, this does not have to be a romantic connection, friends. This is someone who simply took advantage of you and your kindness and your wisdom and insight, okay? So this could look like a friendship that maybe you have decided to place some boundaries around because, again, they would only show up when they wanted to dump their problems on you, or, you know, and they were just taking and taking and taking. It gives kind of like the energy vampire theme, I would say. Someone who just drains your energy and takes what they can get, and then poof, what you might even be like a natural healer, okay? Because this is what I've just picked up from Spirit, is like they would get your medicine. You know what I mean? They would get your advice, they'd get your wisdom and insight, and they'd get your medicine, and then they would just kind of unload all of their stress, dump it all on you, trauma dump perhaps, and then poof, they get your healing and they disappear, and they come back almost as if you're some kind of receptacle for their problems, okay? It was never like, hey, how are you doing? Or, you know, this person, it feels like very, I don't know why Spirit just... I haven't heard this word in a long time, but swindler, like they were like a swindler. Like, I don't know, they would come in and just kind of, again, take what they needed from you, and then they would just disappear. Okay, so this version of you, your power, your energy, your connection to Spirit, your insight, your wisdom, all of that magical goodness that surrounds you, bestie. They felt that they could just take from you and not give anything in return. And this is what you have perhaps blocked this person off from. Okay. You've no longer are you giving this person your time, energy, insight, wisdom at all. Okay. And I feel like it was a long time coming. And every time that you feel like, this is your reading. If when you think about this person, you feel heavy, if you shudder at the thought of answering a phone call or answering a text, or, I don't know, Spirit just showed me somebody hiding behind their couch when someone knocked on their door. Like I'm not home, I'm not here, because every interaction with this person was physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually draining. All right. So, okay, let's keep going. How did you perhaps downplay your power in this connection? And this is not about blaming. We're really kind of illuminating how perhaps you were giving power away because you were at one point just continually feeding this person. And it probably came from a space of wanting to help them. All right. But there came a point where you're like, okay, enough is enough. I can no longer pour my energy into this person. They do not deserve to know this version of you that is very powerful and maintains boundaries and recognizes the need for equal reciprocity in all relationships. Okay. And for boundaries. Okay. So we have the 4 of Cups. Let's see. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands. I feel, and the Devil underneath. Wow. Okay. This could have been and then, okay, I can't ignore the Queen of Swords here too when we're speaking about putting boundaries up. I feel like this would have been somebody that you maybe felt tied to or obligated to, allow access. It could be a family member, or maybe a family member is a sibling, but for some of you, it could have been a sibling or, someone that you felt like you had to help them or you're obligated. Maybe it was a parent or a child, a very close relationship, or somebody that you've known forever. It could, again, whoever it is here. I feel like this person, okay, where do I want to start? For you would have successes and victories and good things that were happening in your world, and how you would have downplayed yourself or maybe dimmed your own light when dealing with this person is that you would not have felt comfortable sharing the good news of your own that was happening in your own life, right? Because you're sharing this good news with this person and they would always kind of bring it back to themselves. You knew that this person was struggling. You knew that they were in this energy of consistently being let down, rejected even, or very bored with their own life, just very kind of locked in this, always in the dumps kind of, like things aren't working out. Okay, so this is somebody, how when what we state and what we believe is true, like that is reflected back in our experiences in life. Okay, so like attracts like. I feel like you are a very optimistic person. You do know how energy kind of works with this High Priestess energy showing up here and letting me know that, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, you tend to keep it pretty optimistic, and you maybe work with affirmations or meditation. Again, your spiritual practice, your healer. So you would say things like, oh, everything is working in my life, or everything is beautiful, or everything, like, you consciously work with the universe to try to promote positive experiences in your world, right? And this person does the opposite. They've always done the opposite. So they'll say things, even when they call you, like, oh, nothing is ever working out for me. Oh, my life is just, one terrible experience after the other, and they dump all their shit on you, right? You knew this person had been through a lot. So in order, like, you didn't want to trigger this individual. And I feel like you didn't want to trigger them because it would open some kind of can of worms where they would make you feel awful. And so for having good experiences because they didn't. Okay, so that is one thing here, how maybe you were, dimming your light a little bit. You weren't feeling comfortable enough to shine as bright as you should be. Like, when it came to interacting with this person. And this is telling me why, why you have come to your breaking point, or this point of like, enough is enough with the Queen of Swords. I can't handle talking to you anymore. I can't handle, like, don't come to me for advice. Like, you don't take the advice that I give you. You just want to use me as this, like, again, like a dumping ground, okay, for all of your problems. So not anymore. This person never deserved to have access to you, your gifts, your abilities in the first place, because they were never really on your team. This could have shown up as somebody who, I just heard like a jealous friend, or like a frenemy, someone who, is kind of hiding in plain sight, hiding in plain view, pretending to be, your friend. Oh, they're always, I just heard, they're always here for me when things go wrong. Listen, if this person was only ever interested in hearing about your life when things were going bad for you, you know that this was a jealous person. They had access to you and your energy. They were here for when things were going wrong for you, and maybe that's why you felt obligated. Oh, they're always here for me when I'm going through something. No, they just really revel, which is unfortunate and really terrible, to be honest. They would revel in your misery. Okay, because again, the saying "misery loves company" is a saying for a reason. I mean, because it's true. Okay, so here you are, Queen of Swords. You've decided enough is enough. No more access to me. No more access to my gifts. No more access to my healing. Again, you don't take my advice anyway, so I am done being drained by you and your drama. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And now that you have really laid down that firm boundary with this individual, I want to know what version of you is being born now. Okay, and this version is one that they will never ever get a chance to get close to. Okay, and I feel like it's kind of like giving like a sense of freedom, or a feeling of, oh my gosh, sigh of relief. Like, maybe you've blocked their number. Maybe you moved. Maybe you've changed, whatever. Maybe just, again, they do not have access to you anymore. All right. And what version of you is being born now? Okay. Because you are totally off limits from this individual. And yeah, they were a major drain on your time, energy, effort. Yeah, there's the 7 of Wands. Right now, you are in this beautiful vibe of, I am going to say what I need to say to whoever needs to hear it. I'm standing on my truth. I'm standing on my power. I am going to defend my energy, my peace, my gifts, my skills, my value fiercely right now. And I don't give a damn about how anyone perceives it, And it's yeah, you're really, really determined to maintain these boundaries. Look, the Queen of Swords popped right back out again. Okay, you are not taking anything from anyone right now. This is like, come correct or heads are gonna roll, because I don't have time for this. I am going to deliver the truth to you, the harsh truth. Okay, because the Queen of Swords, when you wield the sword of truth, integrity, justice, sometimes that can cut. It can be so direct, so swift in its delivery that you could basically blow up someone's life with like one sentence. Okay, you are at that point, and this is the version of you that's being born now. So it doesn't mean that you're out here being like a bitch on wheels. It means that you are not beating around the bush with anyone. Okay, you're not. This version of you is very direct, very truthful, very honest, and very yeah, again, you are fiercely protecting yourself, your energy right now. It's giving a lot of like badass strength, to be honest. Okay, so let's continue with it, because I want to know more about this version of you. I want to know more about this version of you. We have the 6 of Swords, moving forward, learning lessons, never looking back. You are like giving 0 second chances here. It's very powerful in the sense where when someone shows you their true colors, you believe them the very first time. You don't give them another chance. And it's not that you're not a kind, compassionate, caring individual. It's just, look at what happens when you give people. This is giving me all of these like old-timey like cliche sayings. You give an inch, they take a mile. Like all of these things that there is so much wisdom in these little, what are they called? Oh, there's a name for them. They're not affirmations. Anyways, I'm not going to get stuck on that because I will let my brain go somewhere else and it doesn't need to be doing that right now. Anyways, if you know what I'm talking about, aphorisms. Is that what they're called? Okay. Anyways, I'm going to move on. And Six of Swords, that's what you're doing. You're moving forward. You're not looking back. You're not giving second chances. You've been there, done that, learned your lessons, moving on. No more. Once someone crosses that line of yours one time, that's it. They're gone. So right now, the confidence, your strength, your confidence, your wisdom, you have learned so much and you are fiercely protecting yourself, your energy, because you have been through a world of pain. And this is what you've learned. You've learned to really stand up for yourself and your gifts, your abilities, your energy, and your peace. Look at that. You are not letting anyone and their traumas or dramas live rent-free in your space anymore. It's almost like you've done this like massive energetic cleanse of your like aura as well. Like you have really flushed out all of the negativity and toxicity that was kind of in your space, around your space. You may have even been doing a lot of cleaning out of like I don't know why Spirit's saying cleaning the corners of your life. Now, whether that be people that waste your time, energy, effort, whatever, don't give back to you, or it could literally physically be like cleaning out. It's very interesting that I'm getting like cleaning out junk drawers and like dusting cobwebs in hard to reach places, like cleaning up like things on the outside of your life even, and your energetic field as well, as far as getting rid of anything that isn't supposed to be there, or cleaning up these messes. I don't know. But I do know one thing is that our environment, like our homes where we live, the spaces that we spend time in, are really a reflection of our internal space. So you could be doing that massive purge. You could have been going through this massive purge internally, and now it's time to reflect that in your living spaces. Maybe it's like, I'm cleaning out my car, I'm cleaning out, I'm going through all these little ignored spaces right now to really clean up the energy. And that actually does a lot. And it's kind of like a little bit of a ritual too, for you. You're not allowing any clutter to, bog you down or weigh you down. It's really, again, there's this energy of like being very free, very light, and just really being and belonging in that we do not care club. Okay. This is what it's giving. Okay. But anyway, let me continue on. Why did Spirit intentionally remove this person from your path? Obviously it was I feel like it was an upgrade for you, but yeah, Ten of Swords. Look, this person continuously betrayed you, and in ways that you may not have even realized. First of all, you did realize there was some betrayals here as far as how you felt after interacting with this individual, right? You would have felt drained. You would have felt taken advantage of. You would have felt used. You would have felt dumped on, just drained. Maybe you needed a nap after dealing with them every single time. Or maybe you cried because it's almost like you absorbed their emotion, everything they dumped into you, and then you would process it on their behalf almost. Like you're not a freaking, transmuter like for an emotional processor. But anyways, that's what I'm getting. And Spirit does also know and has been present in these rooms where this person, or even these people, I almost said these people, have really thrown shade on your name and betrayed you when you weren't even there, even when you have done nothing but be kind and offer healing and offer help to this person. Okay. So they betrayed you over and over and over again. And Spirit was saying, that's enough. That's enough. You do not get access to our divine feminist anymore. No more. No more. You're done. This is giving, sometimes I pick up on the energy of somebody getting like a spiritual spanking, like Spirit sending you to school. Okay, you're in trouble now. And that's what this is. Okay, that's what this is. So what blessings are now free to enter your life because you chose yourself, right? And this is where the glow up timeline will really start exploding for you in your world. So what blessings are now free to enter because you chose yourself? Look at all those bags of money. Look at all those pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. Something that you have been waiting for. Okay, something that you have been building, whether it's a creative project, whether it's a career path, whether it's something to do, with your finances, your projects, your goals, right? That's going to be different for everyone. But you may have felt one particular thing was very much stuck and causing a lot of frustration on your path and your journey, and wondering why. Like, I feel like I'm doing all the right things here. I feel like I've done everything I can do. Why isn't it popping off? Why isn't it blowing up here? And Spirit is saying, because you were not going to be able to get that bag until this person who was going to take it or try to take it from you, or try to dim your light, or try to, again, siphon the energy, siphon your bank account, whatever. They would have take, right? All they would have tried to do was take this from you. Spirit was holding back this blessing so that it would be all yours. You know what I mean? And that you could really revel in the joy and not feel obligated to give to people who did not deserve sharing in your ultimate success, victory, and blessings. And now, I also have, sorry, at the bottom of the deck, I have the Five of Wands here. It would have created more conflict. It would have created some drama in your life that you really just did not need, nor did you ever deserve. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to get a little bit more on the blessing that is free to enter your life right now, just to see what comes up, okay? We have Lily, spiritual love. Wow, spiritual love. We also have, well, family wishes coming true. Ooh. Hidden secrets that can harm you. Ooh, skull, hold on. Good fortune with the beetle. Why skull? Hidden secrets that can harm you. Wow, this is giving somebody that maybe you didn't realize. Hold on, I have exciting event at the bottom of the deck too. The Spirit was holding back this blessing from you, this good fortune, a family wish, spiritual love, an exciting event, some big, beautiful things from your life here, because I feel like this person would have tried to interfere by trying to expose some kind of secret or something that they know about you. Why hidden secrets that could harm you? I want to know what that is. What's a hidden secret that can harm you? What is it about? Is it even about you? Or is it like a family thing? Three of Cups. Hidden secrets that could harm you. Three of Cups. There may have been something that this friend, you may have, there's a thing, Five of Cups. Something that you confessed to this person while you were going through it, while you went through something very difficult. Now, no one is perfect. This was a mistake that you had made, that you felt very guilty. You felt very upset. It could have been with another friend. It could have been in a romantic partnership. Whatever it was, there was a mistake that you made in the past, and it was something that really weighed heavily on your heart, your mind. And we have the Eight of Swords. This person felt that they could keep you. So this is like freaking spiritual blackmail. That's what it feels like. It feels like this person was trying, keeping you on the hook, or keeping you in line with the fact that they knew this secret. It's almost like they were like holding this over you. Maybe, I'm not going to dive too much into it, because I'm not here to expose anybody's secrets and secret shames and things that they've done, right, in the past. First of all, that was a different version of you too, okay? People learn, people grow, the ones who are on track. I do not hold people's past mistakes, I don't, okay? I don't judge people based on past versions of themselves, okay? Because we're human, and essentially we are born flawed. We're flawed, okay? But anyways, let me move this on. This person, okay, they felt like they had control over you, or always access to you, because they felt like they knew something. They were close to you, right? You would have confided in this person, something very private, something that you don't necessarily want exposed, right? This person, I feel like you were almost keeping this person happy by continually giving to this one-sided relationship, because you were fearful of perhaps maybe they even said like, I will tell people what you like. You knew this person was no good. Okay, you knew this person was no good. This is not coming as a surprise for anyone, but I don't want to focus too much on that. I was just nosy, a little bit nosy about that. How can you continue to protect yourself and protect this new version of yourself? Besides just regular boundaries, it's giving like velvet rope access only, next level only. I feel like, was that our last reading? No, the reading before, next level only. Only certain people can come with you. This is one of those ones who just cannot come with you. They just can't. They're not allowed. No. Okay, so how can you continue to protect this new version of yourself? You are no longer, and you're not defined by your mistakes. I got to tell you that. So don't worry about it. You have 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Listen, you need to move in silence, friend. You need to move in silence. Now, it sucks that I feel like I have to say this. Your plans, your glow up for now, the things that you're working on, your stability, if you're moving, if you're aligning with something that is very exciting, very beautiful, if you're getting this spiritual love, if you're, coming into these blessings, right? Great fortune, exciting events, maybe even for some of you, like an engagement or a wedding or something, family wish, perhaps, like further down the line, how you can continue to protect this new version of you. You need to keep your ish private. Set your socials on private. Set your, keep your plans to yourself. If you're working on a business, keep that, don't tell anyone. This is, what I was about to say was, I hate to say, like, don't talk about your successes, or because I don't want you to feel like you still have to dim your light in any type of way. You don't. But when it comes to plans and things that have not yet come to fruition for yourself, keep that to yourself. Okay? Keep those things quiet. You can go ahead and celebrate and, make announcements about the things. What, my candle is dying out. Sorry, that's not an omen or anything. It's just I've been using it for a while. Very distracting. Anyways, for the things that have yet to come into fruition, okay, you can definitely celebrate, post about, or whatever you're going to do, talk about things that are already solid and set in stone and have a firm foundation. Okay, other than that, you say nothing. Okay, you say nothing. You keep everything and all your plans locked up. Okay, because this person used to have access to all of that, and now, no, not anymore. Okay, and I feel like they almost would, like, this is interesting for timing. If you want to look back, if you feel like it, every time that you maybe shared some kind of plan or something positive that was going on in your life or was about to happen, look back at the timing. Did this person come and dump on you the day of, the day before, the day after? Like, was their timing impeccable that they always had to come and drain you when something amazing was happening for you in your world? That's how you'll know this person, they were never on your side to begin with. So now, obviously they don't deserve to know this version of you. They really didn't deserve the last one either. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't know if I want to ask this question, but I do have to, maybe, just in case you're wondering, what would happen if you did let this person back in? Just in case you need another warning. Okay. Let's ask, what would happen if you did let this person back in to your life? It's just good to, I guess, see the moon, and it came up in reverse. Secrets would come out. This person would try to find information on you and reveal it. Okay, so again, they don't have your highest and greatest good in mind. They never did. They never will. Okay, with the moon in the reverse, they're going to try to expose all of the anything that you want to keep to yourself, keep private. They're going to expose it. Okay. And so, yeah, they're just trying to dig for information, right? Keep your eyes focused on your future, focus on the prize, leave this person in the past. They are done. They are grounded. They're getting a spiritual spanking. They're not coming back in. All right. I'm sending you lots of love. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you to everybody who has been really offering energy exchange to myself, the work that I do, by liking and subscribing and becoming part of our movement, and all of your awesome comments. Like, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sharing your stories, your experiences with me. It means the world to me, and it really does help, especially when we're creating a new space, help get these messages out to the people who really need to hear them. You know, I know not everybody is in this kind of space, especially in the tarot sphere, but there are many of us that are looking for this new kind of home to celebrate one another, to lift each other up, and to really just, you know, solidify our resolve in growing and healing and moving on and moving past toxic type of situations in our lives. Okay, so this is for the glow up besties out here. Okay, and if you feel like sharing, great, if that would help, but if you don't, I get it, it's cool. But yeah, if you do want to offer energy exchange, if you want to, if you feel like buy me a coffee, or you know, ordering a reading from me, I will drop the link in the pinned comment. Okay, and then I will see you again in our next reading. Okay, take care and have a very blessed day.